Hello, Elon.
Hello, can you hear me?
Can you hear me, Elon? We
Yes,
got six this morning, so it
yes.
says. I don't know if we'll get six. We'll have to see.
Wow.
Okay.
Can you? Yeah, we just have to give them a couple of minutes. Oh, there we are. There's Charlie.
Wow.
Good morning, Charlie.
Hey, good morning, teacher.
Good to see you again.
Here again. Thank you.
I think it's lesson number 20 for us, Charlie.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be one of my main. Yes, number 20, Charlie. Lesson number 20 with me.
Number 20.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I'm just gonna give, say, to 2 or 3 minutes because I don't want to have to go over everything again.
Uh,
Subject today, surviving your first year in business. So we've got six people, so it could get pretty busy. But I'm glad to see everybody's up at the crack of dawn. That's my idiom for today. So when you go in the office and they say, "Well, how are you this morning?" You can say, "I was up at the crack of dawn learning English." So I put that up into your idiom box. I always think idioms are as important as vocabulary.
Mhm.
As a Canadian, I use a lot of idioms. And when I'm in Australia, I have to know my idioms, which are, funny enough, a little different in Canada. But it certainly helps in the conversation, understanding what people are saying. Well, we're supposed to have six. I got four. I think we will get the ball rolling. Another idiot. Okay. So, Penny, you were first in the room. So, could you do the first three words of the vocabulary, please? Penny?
Okay, proprietary, relating
Go ahead.
to
Proprietary.
who owns something. Prerequisite, requisite, a thing that is required as a pro condition for something else to happen or exist. Regal, something hard to enjoy.
Okay. I'll do them all at once. Julie, could you do the next
Rigor.
three, please?
Okay, mindset. The, the established set of attitudes held by someone. Asset, pri- property, property owned by a person or company regarded as having a value. Priorities, to put several things, problems, etc. in order of importance so that you can deal with the most important ones first.
Good. Okay. Just
Rigor.
a little bit of help on some of these here above. Proprietary. Pro, pri,
Pri,
a,
Endure.
ter, e.
proprietary.
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 Yeah, I'm the proprietary of that property or that hotel.
Proprietary.
I am the proprietary of that hotel means that I own that hotel. Prerequisite. Prerequisite.
Egg.
Prereq. Prereq. Oh,
Prerequisite.
Requisite.
prereq. And that should be, hang on, just let me get this correct.
Prerequisite.
Prerequisite.
Requisite.
Prerequisite.
Yeah,
Prerequisite.
prerequisite.
Requisite. Requisite.
Yeah, it was a prerequisite that I graduate from
Prerequisite.
it was a prerequisite that I graduate from high school before I go to university. So I have to do A before I can do B, before I can do C. So it requires a prerequisite. And then that final word is rigor,
Rigor.
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 or
Rigor.
Rigor.
rigor,
Rigor.
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 Yeah. Yeah. So when I run, it's a
Rigor.
rigorous exercise. Or I do my work, and it's always a big rigor. Okay.
Rigor.
Now they're going to start off with questions. Okay, this is just to sort of let's hear what your vocabulary is like. All right. So, Charlie, could you do question number one, please?
What are some of the challenges business face during their first year?
Yeah,
Uh,
like money.
yeah. Uh, uh, First, if you want to be in business, you must uh, you must have your plans and
Uh, oh,
your client. Yeah,
so a business plan, yes?
yeah, business client. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're going to have to know what you're going to do. Elon, if you want to have, what do you think are some of the challenges in business in your first year besides money and having a business plan?
Well,
What else do you think it?
I think maybe the idea or the plan is the prerequisite of the business. I think it's the basic 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 things to start a business, because you have to have a clear analyze of the market and try to try to attract the attention of the customers. So I think plan or idea is the first thing you have
All
to
right.
deal with.
Now, you wouldn't want an analyze of the market. You want an analysis.
Analysis.
An analysis.
Analysis.
Yeah, that's the noun. Analyze is the verb. So it'll be I'm going to do an analysis of the market.
Analysis. Okay.
Okay. So question number two. Julie, could you look at question number two, please?
How long does it take to find out if a business is going to work or not? Mm,
Yeah. 3
I think
months, 6 months, one
I
year?
think yes, I think maybe generally speaking, it may take almost 1 year because people or the owner have to accumulate some experience and make it into reality. So it may
Yeah,
take 1 year, I think.
yeah, yeah. I'm going to ask everyone, I'm going to take a break for literally 15 seconds, okay? Just
Mm-hmm.
1 minute. I've got to just turn something off because I'm downloading movies to my iPad and I think it's distorting the sound. So
Okay,
just let me turn it off, okay?
no problem.
Mindset.
What's wrong?
I'm sorry, I think that'll be better. I was downloading 4 movies at the same time.
Okay.
Prioritize.
Oh, much better.
Mhm.
Silly me. I got up this morning and I'm going on a plane.
Asset.
So cheap flight, so no movies. So I used my iPad. So I was downloading 4 movies, and I think that was distorting the sound. I'm sorry. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
that's
okay.
much better. Much better. Penny,
Mm.
question number 4, please.
Sorry.
Oh,
Where
sorry,
could
3. Okay, go ahead.
where
Proprietary.
could someone find advice about getting a business through its first year?
Yeah, like family, or who else could help you?
Um,
Friend.
the people who has
Analyze.
succeeded has the same business.
Okay,
Analysis.
successful people already. All right. How about, do you think sometimes the government helps people?
Mhm.
They do in
Yes.
Australia. If I want to start a new business in Australia, there's a government department that helps new business owners. Now, I don't know if they have that where you live, but that's very helpful, and it's free because they
Mm.
want you to succeed. Anybody else? Anybody else, Penny?
Mm,
Friend.
friends.
Yeah, I got that. Oh, yes, friends. Absolutely. I guess you could also use consultants if you have the money, you know? Okay. Good open, good opening. Good openings. Got everybody's thinking, got their thinking caps on. Ooh, why did I divide that like that? Charlie, could you read down to, ignore the first line, but read down to the second line. I don't know why I put that second line. Down to there, Charlie.
Okay, advice. Great advice is hard to come by. They say it's easy to follow the advice we want to hear. Someone tells us something we already know and believe, and we say, "Now that's good advice, but I already knew it."
In reality, go ahead down to the red line, Charlie. In reality,
In reality, the best advice makes you uncomfortable and makes you change what you do.
good. Now, Elon, but how do you know?
But how do you know if it's good advice and not just something that makes you uncomfortable? Choose who you listen to. Find someone who has already been successful in doing what you want to achieve. You can be sure that what they say works.
Perfect, guys. Perfect. No, no mispronoun no mispronunciations at all. Nothing I can help you with there. All right. So, Penny, we're back to you, Penny. If you could read this first part, okay?
Okay. Once you start,
Oh,
when
start
you
up,
or
start up here.
at building, forgot about business, solve a problem and make money. Once you start to see a steady income stream, it can be tapping to focus on increase its size and stability. This is not the area you should be paying most attention to. Successful business build a site. Income comes and goes. What really adds value to your business and provides stability is ownership of patents and especially proprietary technology.
Yeah. Now, I'm gonna take a break here for a minute. Well, first of all, let's not forget that word. Pro,
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 Proprietary
pri, eh, ter, e, proprietary.
propri-
Proprietary.
Basically, when something is yeah, it means it's exclusive. You know, it's my technology. So it's my proprietary technology, which means it's my exclusive technology.
mhm,
But here, what I want, uh, you know, when I teach English, there's a couple words, but the one word everyone seems to have difficulty with, and it's the easiest, is people say anda when you really should just say and.
mhm,
There's no such word in the English language, anda. There's just and. So when
I
you're reading, yeah, and, like business
and,
and
and,
provides, ownership of patents and especially, not anda especially. I think it's something to do with the Mandarin language because people seem to want to put that a word in there. Like they'll say basket able, or oh, he plays volleyball. It's just basketball, volleyball. And different countries have different little add-ons. Like Singapore, everything is okay law, can do law, going shopping law.
mhm,
Canada, we say, hey, I'm going shopping, eh? And when I'm finished, we'll go out, eh? And so I had to learn to drop that a on the end of every sentence. It's just a, how would I call it? A nationalistic thing. And the one in the Chinese language, when they convert to English, is saying anda. We'll practice today this, just trying to say am.
and,
All right. Okay. Now I've had to break this into small chunks because I thought there was 6 people, but there's not. So I'm going to take that out of there and ask you, Julie, can you read the the study, please?
okay. While it may be true that there is value in having a academic education, it has been proven time and again that this is not a prerequisite to launching a successful business. If you have your heart set on studying before you start out in business, take a crash course involving intensive workloads and a punishing schedule. This is a good preparation for the rigors of running your own business.
Wow, perfect. Wow, perfect. Perfect, perfect. Not one word mispronounced. Excellent. All right. So, here we go. Back to questions again. So you've all had one question. So, Penny, look at question number 1, please.
what advice would you
Penny.
to
Sorry.
someone who wanted to achieve what you have achieved?
Achieved.
Achieved. Yeah.
Achieved.
So if someone wants to go into the same business as you, Penny, or do the same thing that you're doing, what's the best advice you could give them?
Um, I
Work
want to
hard.
I want to advance him to make their effort uh, to to work and study. Uh, whatever would happen.
Okay, so whatever they do, your advice would be make an effort to work and study. Okay, good. What about you, Charlie? Someone wants to achieve what you have achieved. What do you think the secret of your success was?
Mm-hmm. In my opinion, uh,
Yes.
my advice is uh, uh, if you want to make a success, you must working working hard from other people. Yeah. So
So, but
study study the um, uh, the experience. Yeah.
uh, an experience. All right. Work hard to get experience. All right. Now, Elon, look at question number two. Now, if you're a professional and went to university, was it a help for your professional life, or did you end up doing something completely different?
Well, I think education is is quite significant for my professional life. I think the high education is the prerequisite of my professional work or
Mm-hmm.
life. First, I think educational have taught me a lot, the such as the skills I need in a work, and the knowledge about how to deal with people. So I think it's quite important. Yeah,
Now,
that's it.
I just want to correct that word. It's actually, Elon, it's just knowledge. That E is silent. Okay? So
Okay,
you said knowledge, and everybody does, but it's actually a silent E. So it's just knowledge. Are
okay.
you a, yeah, are you a
Knowledge.
professional, Eon? Like, are you an engineer or a scientist or a doctor? It says your professional life. So what sort of work do you do?
I'm a
There you
software
go.
engineer.
I don't think you could do your job without without some educational preparation. Oh, okay. Mine, no. I studied bacteriology and I ended up working as a computer person for Oracle. So, you know, I didn't use my education. I went to university to be a doctor and I ended up selling computers and software.
Ah,
So it says here, question number three. This is for Julie. What is the value of your company based on? I think
mm,
they're talking about things like honesty, service, harmony within the company, making everybody happy. Does your company have a core value? What they call a
yes,
core value? Oh, okay. So what
yes.
is it?
Mm, our company just insisted. Our company uh, core value is about is to uh to make just make to make good quality. and provide excellent service for the customer. And yes, to be honest,
Yeah, great. Those are great core values. Quality and service and honesty.
yes.
Oh, that's excellent. So your company has really thought about it. What are our values? And our
Mhm.
values are going to be quality, service, and honesty.
Yes.
Excellent. Yes. Fantastic. So what does your company do? Julie, I'm just curious.
Our company provides service for the clinical trial drugs. It provides service,
Ah,
yes, for the clinical trial drugs.
oh, yes. Well, boy, you need all of those. Wow. Yeah. Human life, you got to be all fantastic. Oh, okay. Good. And do you mind if I ask, Julie, what is your job there?
I'm
Uh,
I'm a quality I'm a quality engineer for the
ah,
yes.
great. Fantastic. Okay, so a lot of professionals today.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Okay. Well, thank you for that. So I was just very curious. All right, so we're back to reading again. So Charlie, stay on track.
Stay on track. The people around you will think you are crazy. Dedicating so much of your time to the pursuit of a dream, which may never be realized. Why don't you get a part-time job? They say. Don't fall into that trap, and don't fall into that mindset to give
Yeah,
your business a fighting chance of getting off the ground. You need to give it everything you've got. Your friends and family don't understand. That's okay. Networking events are great places to meet like-minded entrepreneurs and
yeah,
research your thinking.
yeah. So that's you got it right, but that's for everybody else's sake. Let's look at that word entrepreneur because it's a big one. And yeah,
Entre-
entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur. Entrepreneur. That's
Entrepreneur.
someone like, sort of, an entrepreneur likes to start new businesses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes.
if a man's an entrepreneur, he's usually involved in new businesses, you know?
Yes.
He's investing money in
Entrepreneur.
on
Uh,
entrepreneur. Yeah,
entrepreneur.
yeah,
Entrepreneur.
a lot of entrepreneurs out there. They don't like to work for the big company like IBM or Oracle or big food companies. That they like to go out and start a new business, and we call those entrepreneurs. Big,
Entrepreneurs.
yeah, it's a big French word that's
Mm-hmm.
come into the English language. All right. So, Elon, it's your read, please. I'm going to remove that red line so you can read all of it. Okay?
Okay. They say during your first year in business, you will have to do everything. This is just not true. Get your hands dirty for sure, but spend a whole afternoon repairing that sink instead of calling a
Plumber,
plum,
plumber.
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 It's actually it's a
Plumber.
silent B. They
Okay,
plumber,
plumber. Oh,
plumber,
sorry.
Plumber.
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 Yeah,
Plumber.
yeah,
Plumber. Okay, calling a plumber. No, uh, prioritize.
Prior.
Prioritize.
prioritize,
Prioritize.
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 Prior. Prioritize. Okay, do all that you can within the time constraints of your work schedule. Someone else can do the rest. Outsource tasks you don't have time for. Depending on how often this happens, it may be more cost effective to take on more staff. However, finding a co-founder is
Yeah,
cheaper.
so let's play with that word. Prioritize. Prioritize.
Prioritize.
Yeah, so every morning we get up and we think, okay, what do I have to do today? I've got to have a meeting at 9 o'clock with the sales team. 11 o'clock, I'm meeting. And today I have to do the bank statements. And
Prioritize.
tomorrow I got. So what we do is we put them in order of importance. We do that all the time. We make a list and go through it and say, okay, what do I have to, what must I accomplish today? What can maybe wait until tomorrow? So we're prioritizing number one, number two, number three, number four, what I have to accomplish. What they're talking
Prioritize.
about, outsource. That word means to farm out the work, as they say, give it to someone else to do. And if you can't
plumber,
find somebody, then they say get a partner, a co-founder, which is a partner. All right, let's see whose turn it is now. All right.
Sink.
So back to the questions again. Everybody's had a question so far. So Penny, it's back to you.
How similar is your mindset to those you spend the most time with?
Yeah, do the people you spend most of the time with believe in the same things as you and have the same work ethics, have the same sense of value? You call those as your mindset. So how similar is the mindset of those who spend most time with you? Like birds of a there's an expression, birds of a feather flock together. So all your people surrounding you, do they basically think the same as you do about things, or is it a mixture of people? That's the question. Do you hang around with successful people, or do you have an eclectic mixture of people? That's what it means by mindset. What's your thoughts, Penny?
Um, how
This
similar.
this this really means to think the same way. Are most of your friends or people you work with, do they think the same way?
Educate my kind.
Sorry, Dick?
Educate my kind. My children. My boy.
Yeah,
Edu
but
educate.
yeah, educate, yeah. But no, the question is, at work, do you work with people who think the same as you do? You know, you're loyal, you work hard, so you have a mindset to work hard, be honest, show up on time. Do the people you work with feel the same, or do they think the same way? Do they have the same mindset as you?
I think educate educating my kind is the same mindset to my work with my work.
Okay, all right. Well, let me ask that question of Julie. Julie, do the people you work with think the same way that you do?
Mm, No, you know,
No.
in my I work in depot. So
Ah,
we have a depot manager, but I didn't report to her, but I reported to my line manager. So I think my manager and the depot manager, they have different mindsets. My manager
ah,
is a person who is who just hold the optimism and
optimistic.
yes, optimistic and no complaint, just have the positive attitude and willing to explore everything. But the depot manager, she always complains everything. So I don't think we have the similar mindset.
Totally different.
Yes,
Excellent. Excellent. Your comprehension is terrific. Good. So they're
thank
totally
you.
opposite. One's an
Mhm.
optimist, one's an optimist, and one is what they call a pessimist.
Yes,
Opposites, totally opposite mindsets. Good. Excellent. Good answer. Charlie. Yes.
Sorry,
hmm
sorry, I have a
Yes.
question.
Please.
Uh, so what kind of company are you serving for? You cite memo
depot
or something.
A depot.
like like a
Depot.
warehouse
What's
like
that one?
just like a ware. Yes.
Ah,
Okay.
warehouse. Is it for like a courier company or is it a courier?
Yes, you're right.
Ah,
You are.
DHL?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Supermarket.
Some,
Is it like DHL? No, it's a
yes.
courier
Yes.
company.
Yes. You're right.
DHL, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I have seen that company warehouse in New
Ah.
Zealand.
Yeah. You're right.
Ah, yeah. My best friend, one of my close friends, was the manager of DHL for Singapore and Japan.
Ah.
So I know a little bit about the courier business because
Mhm.
DHL was huge, huge, handling thousands of courier documents every day. Big
Mhm.
business. So big they even had their own airline. There's UPS, I think they have their own airline as well. Big, big business.
Mhm.
Now, we're going to ask Charlie. Look at question number 2, Charlie.
Okay, what are the pros and cons of taking on a co-founder vs staff?
Yeah. So what's the pros or cons of taking on a partner? The pros
Uh,
are,
yeah. And the pros of taking on for
part.
co-founder.
Yeah.
Yeah, for co-founder, the pros and the cons is uh, mm, people always uh, can always could share adversity, not
Yes.
with yeah.
Share the workload. Yeah. Share the workload, and they can share the risk. Yeah, with dollars.
Yes. Mhm.
Share the risk. That's the good news. But what's the bad news? Charlie, what do
Uh,
you think? What's the problem of having? Because we always hear partners breaking up all the time. So there's some bad news too.
uh, the cons is just now I say the if we working with my co-founder if
Yeah,
sometimes when we make more money then uh, we will perhaps we'll share yeah
you have to share the dollars too. You know, as they say, shared. Oh, hang on. Let me get this correct. Shared risk equals shared reward. You know,
Yes.
share and share. The other problem is if you need a partnership on it when you agree, and if they disagree with you, lots of problems. All right, number 11. Okay, we're just getting towards the end now. We're going to do some matching. So, Penny, number one. So, if we look at number one mindset, is it A, B, C, D, or E?
Mindset.
Which one do you think it is?
D. The
Yeah,
established set of attitude held by someone.
yes. Number two is Julie.
Pre- Prerequisites?
Yeah,
I think it's a thing that is required as a prior condition for something else to happen or exist.
absolutely right. Absolutely right. And Charlie, rigor.
Legal. C. Something hard to endure.
Endure.
Yeah.
All right. And then Elon, prioritize.
Prioritize.
Put C.
Yeah.
B.
So read it to us. Go
Yeah.
ahead, read if you could read.
Okay. To put several things, problems, etc., in order to in order of importance, so that you can deal with the most important ones
Yes, I'm
first.
going to prioritize my day.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a lot of
Yeah.
things to do today, so I need them put them in a list of priorities. So I'm going to prioritize my priorities today. And finally, we're back to the beginning. Penny, there you go. Asset.
Asset.
Go ahead, Penny. If you could just read it, please.
Eyesight. Pro, property owned by a person or company regarded as having value.
Yeah, so it's asset, just like that. Asset. Asset.
Eyesight.
Asset.
Eyesight.
Yeah, very easy. I think we're pretty well done. Thank you. Now, I want to go back to that idiom, okay? So I think idioms are as important as vocabulary. My thinking. There's 3,000 of them in the English language. And they really says, I know more than basic English. So when you walk in the office today, people say, "How are you? How are you, Charlie? How are you, Julie?" You just say, "Oh, I was up at the crack of dawn learning English,"
Mm-hmm.
which that means I'm up very early, just as the sun came up. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Have a great day, everybody. What is it
Have a
Thank
great
you.
today?
day. Thank
It's
you.
Wednesday, halfway through the week. Thank God. All right. I'll see you. Breakfast time. Off to work. Then off to work you go. Bye bye.
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 Bye
Thank you.
bye.
Very much.
Thank you.
See you.
See you.
Bye.